Hey developers, welcome back. Today we are building something really exciting, multimodal RAG system that can understand both text and images. So we'll be using SingleStore as our vector database and OpenAI for embeddings, working with a sample dataset that includes text, descriptions, and images. By the end of this video, you will have a complete intelligent search engine that can answer your questions, queries. So let's dive in. So first, let's understand what we are building. Okay. So traditional RAG systems work with text only. You ask a question, it searches through documents and gives you text-based answers. But what if your data includes images, right? Audio, video. What if you want to search by visual similarity? That is where multimodal RAG comes in. So what exactly is multimodal RAG? So multimodal RAG is an extension of traditional RAG systems that can work with multiple types of data beyond just text. While standard RAG retrieves and uses text documents to enhance language model responses, multimodal RAG can retrieve and process various data formats, including text documents like PDFs, articles, reports, images that include diagrams, charts, photographs, audio files that might include recordings, transcripts, and then video content, tables and structured data, code snippets. So it can multimodal RAG can handle different types of data, right? So in the tutorial, I'm going to show you the system will process both text metadata and images from our dataset. So we have a sample data set that includes both. So this means you can search for like ancient Greek pottery and get results that understand both the textual descriptions and the visual characteristics of the artifact. The power here is in the combination. So you get semantically relevant results that consider both what something is and how it looks like what it looks like. So let's understand the architecture flow. You can see the architecture flow in the diagram here. So the process begins with the dataset. We have a CSV file containing both textual metadata that includes descriptions, titles, some cultural information, and image URLs, right? Which then splits into two parallel processing parts. The text processing branch extracts and prepares metadata descriptions, while the image processing branch fetches and prepares visual content from the URLs that are provided. Both streams feed into OpenAI's embedding generation system, where text descriptions are converted into vectors using text embedding models, and images are similarly transformed into vectors within the same semantic space using vision capable models. So and then these multimodal embeddings are then stored in a vector store like SingleStore, which provides high performance indexing and similarity search capabilities across both text and image vectors simultaneously. So that's how a process starts. Like when a user submits a query, the system converts it into same embedding format and performs semantic similarity searches across both modalities like text and image. Finally, the system generates an intelligent response by retrieving the most relevant chunk based on combined text and visual similarity scores, delivering rich multimedia results that include contextual descriptions, historical insights, and corresponding images based on the user query. So this creates a kind of seamless search experience where users can find anything that they want with a query through natural language, visual similarity, or a combination of both. And with single stores distributed architecture, ensuring high performance, high response times, even with massive data sets. So that is where single store performs really well. And single store also helps you with hybrid search. So yeah, let's see this multimodal RAG through a simple tutorial, right? Hey guys, so as you can see, here is the complete notebook code on multimodal RAG with single store and sample dataset. So a multimodal RAG system that uses single store as a database, we all know, and OpenAI for generating embeddings. The system processes a data set of cultural heritage items, the CSV file that we're going to upload. That includes both textual metadata and image URLs. Okay, and this tutorial guides you through creating an intelligent search engine that understands both text and images. For a query, it will also give you, if you ask a query like, "Hey, give me the image of a polar bear," it's gonna give you the image of the polar bear, and vice versa. So that's where multimodal RAG works. And let's get started. So first things first, you need to go to singlestore.com, sign up. SingleStore has a free share tier, and once you sign up, this is what you will see, the SingleStore dashboard. Once you log in to SingleStore, and you need to have a workspace ready. Create a workspace if you don't have one, and also attach to your workspace, create a database. So I have created my workspace, and this is my database, custom DP. So creating a workspace and database is kind of very easy. And after this, you need to go to Data Studio, and this is where we're gonna basically create a new notebook. So one good feature about Single Store is you can create a notebook environment where you can run a lot of experiments, right? So create a new notebook, give it a name. So I have created my notebook already. So but make sure once you go to creating a notebook, make sure you select your workspace that you created, and also the database that you created. And then, yeah, first things first, let's install the required libraries, SingleStore DB, and all the required libraries, and then import the libraries and set credentials. So we need to have OpenAI API key, since we are using OpenAI embedding model, and then SingleStore DB URL. It's just like admin password and host URL, and this is default 3306 and your DB name. Once you said that, let's load the data set from the GitHub. I mean, this particular data set is from GitHub, the CSV file that I have with all the items that has both text, image, and the URL for the image. So we are loading that, and this is how it looks: item type, date uploaded, source file, item ID, title, date, URL, and all those things. And fourth step is to process the data and generate embeddings. So the data is not in the proper format, so we'll make sure it is in the structured format, and we'll generate embeddings. And for that, we also, to store all the items of that CSV file, we need to create a table inside our database. So the table name is connection collection items. We're creating a table, and then we to store all the items present in our CSV file. And yeah, created single store table, and successfully updated 59 out of 59 items to single store, right? So we stored the data now, I mean, to the single store table. Now create a multi-modal query function. That's what we are doing here. And after that, the final step is to run the sample queries, right? So the queries like glass plate negatives, next queries early 20th century photographs. Then the next query is public domain materials, JPEG 2000 images, historical maps. And yeah, once you run this, you will see that glass plate negatives. And then this is the similarity result for second query. That is, what was the second query? Early 20th century photographs. And yeah, I mean, you can see, I think you should see the map also here somewhere. You asked for the map. Yeah. So it'll start giving you the semantic, the similarity results along with the images, right? And you can also ask a query like silk textile featuring botanical illustrations, right? And yeah, it starts giving you the semantically similar results. And also, give me a picture with an ice bear. If you ask that query, it'll give you like similarity score and the result saying, "Hey, an upright a polar bear in the city Ohio, not at the zoo since it's stuffed, or at the city's museum center, which owns the specimen, but at this main building." So it will also show you the picture of the like the picture of that bear, how it looks like. So that's how basically multi-modal RAG basically works. So I'm gonna share the code, complete code of this notebook in the description of this video, and I want you to go through this and try to experiment with your own data set and try to see how multimodal RAG basically works. And also, I wanted to show you how the data is stored inside a database, inside our SingleStore database, and this is how it is, custom DB and then collection items. We basically created custom DB is our database, and collection items is our um, table inside our database. And if you see the sample data, this is how it is stored, right? And this is the embedding. This is how the embedding is stored. Let me show you. This is how it is stored in the embedding format. So hope you got to know about multimodal RAG, and thanks for watching. Thanks.